Real briefly, this piece is called The Quest for the Meaning of Love, perfect love, that is. And as a guide, I use 5 biblical terms which describes these different kinds of love. One is epithumia. Epithumia is the evil-based, selfish love. Eros, some of y'all may be familiar with that, which is romantic love, falling in love. Then you have Storge, which is family love, especially immediate family. Then you have Philia, which is friendship, brotherly love. And you also have Agape, which is unconditional love, God's love. So I want you guys to think about, as you listen along, how you interpret it, your understanding of love and how you express it. So without any further ado, because it is a pretty lengthy piece, I'm gonna jump right into it. Love. It's such a beautiful word. It can flow from one's lips like the grace of a gazelle immersed in nature's beauty. But do we truly know what it means? Love to me is a guide to one's inner being, searching for meaning, manifested through our feelings. Love have many definitions to many different people, making many different connections, longing for the deep affection of perfect love. Perfect love? Is there such a thing? Is it possible to break down that human need that guarantees pure bliss and suffering? Can we make sense of it all? Or will it forever be an enigma to our mental senses, to our wistful wishes, to our mixed emotions, and to our daily devotions? My notion is that love is many things, everything and nothing. But it's that something that makes objects gravitate towards one another by force or convincing, by linking in cohesion into each other's atmosphere. It's dynamic energy shared, a partnership, an emotional agreement, the sentiment of togetherness and importance, fondness and admiration, the elation and dedication, the changing degrees and elevations. But there is a dark side to love that can end in devastation and disenchantment, sometimes causing permanent damage. Oh, the love reversal is ever so mutually powerful, sorrowful, hateful, painful, disdainful. With love, the push and pull is no bullsh. When one's lost in this maze, after a love is gone, one could be lost for days, in a daze, desperately searching for ways for the love to be saved. But usually, most of us end up in a state of mental and emotional craze. I mean, look at how we behave when the love's not there, when it all seems so unfair, when we believe they don't care, and when we need it the most, we can't seem to find it nowhere. Then comes the fear. Why, God, is this emotion so perplexing, very exalting, and yet so vexing? Are you listening? I need your help in defining the true meaning of this complex feeling that you gave me. Please save me from this anguish, from this selfishness, from this altered ego that wears the mask of betrayal, of scandal. It can be so deceitful. Although I'm only spiritual, but the Bible identifies 5 kinds of love that moves the hearts and minds of people. Epithumia, Eros, Storge, Philia, and Agape. What do they say? When one has engaged in that wicked, forbidden love, that dark, selfish, hidden love, one is deemed to be in a state of epithumia, lost in a sick, perverted perversion against nature and against others. It is the kind of love that humanly and seemingly should not be, but is. I mean, gravely giving in to the negative compulsion of their impulsiveness. Why that is? Well, I guess that's God's business, because I don't know what the answer is. Do you? Sure, I have no clue. That is a question that can only be answered by the individual. And epithumia is not just sadistically sexual, it's also oppressively economical, maniacal political, erratically theological, diabolical, racial, and one's delusional ego. It is the twisted sense of one's inner temple, confused for survival, but transfused in the form of evil. I mean, it is the inhumane moral crimes against people, against animal, something like a cannibal, desiring to spiritually eat their own, but hey, to each his own. But like Marvin Gaye say, man, what's going on? Something gots to be wrong. I mean, like Rodney King, can we all just get along? So on that note, I'm gonna leave that one alone and change my tone because epithumia doesn't represent my true desire. I mean, my fuel and fire is inspired by Eros, a wonderful love for a mate, a deepening love for a queen, the unconditional love she had for her king. I mean, that hot body heat and steam, the overwhelming feeling from love making. Eros, the projectile, the Cupid's invisible bow, that Janet Jackson kind of love. Yeah, that's the way love go. But Eros go beyond the kissing and caressing that transcends into a union for a deeper affection and potent connection. Remember, striving for perfection? The question remains, is it possible for her and I and you and yours, that new edition kind of love? Can you stand the rain? I mean, can you stand the strain? When the love is being tested, can you still feel the same? Yeah, the same, like one did when it was at its peak, that SWV kind of love that had one weak in the knees and couldn't hardly sleep, thinking about one another every day of the week, cherishing the secrets we keep, where the only security was faith when we blindly took that bold leap. My, oh my, didn't that feel so sweet? But Eros, can we depend on you despite romance? I mean, the reasons to hold hands through those trying moments? I mean, feeling worthy and filling the door by that special someone forever, ever, and forevermore? Oh, for sure, this is love in one of its most purest forms. But when the love is torn and we both are scorned, that's when the love is mourned before the hate is born. And when Eros is diminished and the love is finished, we dread those limits of a lonely living. But if all can be forgiven, then there's always a chance for a battle-tested love to make a triumphant resurgence. So now they say that Storge is the love for family. That is through the good times and the bad times, understand me? I'm talking about the love one has for a father and a mother, a sister and a brother. I mean, the love one has for sons and daughters, for grandmothers and grandfathers. Family love, yeah, tender care, the confidence, security, and knowing that someone's always there. The warmth and compassion, sympathy and discipline. Some tough love may be needed for young minds because we obligated in guiding them, providing for them, and helping them become the best that they can be. A mother's love for her daughter is raising her to be a real lady with trusted nurture and elegant grace and preparations for her future and the obstacles she'll face. And with dad building her self-esteem and balancing her love of self, the whole entire world would benefit from her stable mental and emotional health. And I say that a caring mother should love her son all the same. But it takes a man to raise a man and honor the family's name. I mean, a father needs to show his son how to use his brain, how to make wise decisions in order to maintain. I mean, to know how to confidently do his own thing and handle peer pressure with skill without the fear of joining the street gang. I mean, a father needs to show his son how to treat a significant other like he treats his wonderful mother, with respect and honor, like any protective father would want for his precious and beautiful daughter, because it's the father's duty to truly groom the son, to instill in him good morals, values, principles, and know how to overcome the struggles and the troubles. To know how to be humble through his stumbles, and know not to crumble under pressure, but use it as a measure for courage, resilience, persistence, perseverance, and the words, I'm proud of you, son, is encouragement and endearment. Yes, he needs to hear it in order to lift his spirit from one's child. This should be what we want as a parent, and I mean much, much more. To see our kids realize their dreams, to explore, to soar, to strive for excellence, to cultivate mindfulness and emotional intelligence. All of this is relevant for a child's development. This is very important, so let's not come up short. All the kids in the world need their parents' love and support, something that they appreciate, because the love is measured through our efforts. And this includes the grandparents, the surrogates, the adopted, and the foster parents. Sure, a child needs caring love from whoever willing to give it. You stepping up for those who can't is highly appreciated. So I say that Storge is the love from those who are naturally there for us and care for us. This kind of love should never abandon us, because this is where we learn how to love or how not to. If one's family structure is dysfunctional, it can destroy you, distort you, disown you, and desert you. It's so hurtful. It can affect your spiritual and make you miserable. But what I've learned, we must keep hopeful as long as forgiveness is available. Any family love is capable of withstanding the pitfalls, the withdrawals, the family brawls, and the family flaws. It's not a lost cause. We just gotta give each other a chance to make amends. Regardless of the circumstance, we can rise above domestic violence. So let's offer our open hands, our open hearts, and with our open minds, we are healing time. We just can't leave anyone behind, because out of sight, out of mind. Remember, y'all, we all we got. We stuck with each other whether we like it or not. So for Storge's sake, please, let's not come to ruin like the OJ say. Let's get together, y'all, and have a family reunion. And yes, this has been proven, that friendship is the hallmark for social acceptance. The positive feelings we get from being glad to have met them. This is called Philia, like Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. A true friend will be there for you just because. And I'm not talking about comrades, but cronies, not homegirls or homies, or any fake or phony who think they really know me. Friendships with substance without envies and judgments, but with loyalties and abundance. We like family, we cousins, because friendships from the past get stronger as they last, repping each one's behalf, sharing smiles and laughs. Yeah. A friendship that's trusting, harbors no jealousies, or anything that'll make discord and enemies. We know how to freely agree to disagree, and offer only things that'll be encouraging, motivating, and inspiring, for the purpose of supporting us flourishing. Truly, this is what friendship really means. Philia is the love you should want on your team. The reason why? Because it gives us human pride. Let's keep our true friendly ties. And through time, we're going to turn out just fine. So till we die, together we strive. We should be grateful that we're alive, because this may be the only life we know for sure that we'll have. No matter what one's beliefs are, nobody truly knows what comes next after death. The aftermath. Is it the afterlife? Or will we be an afterthought in the eternal light? Will there always be uncertainty that creates a state of forlorn? Well, I say agape is God's love in its most natural forms. You know, the kind of love that gives purpose for being born. It's that all-pervading love, spread it all around us to protect us. Now that's profound love. It's within us, and it's so clear to see. The love that the great Creator gives to His creation goes far beyond our imagination intellectually. I mean, we willingly accepting the mystery while we be in this current conscious state of reality, in the infinity of the galaxies. This encompasses every religiosity, curiosities, and the various philosophies. I mean, the love that I speak of is the kind that the nurturing sun gives to our beautiful earth, and the magnificent cosmic nature that gives absolute birth. Can we really imagine our true worth in the great grand scheme of things in this massively vast universe? I mean, with our everlasting wondering of when, where, and how life began first? So, how does all this works? And then, eureka, the epiphany was perfect love. Yes, perfect love. Now I get it. Now I feel it. It is a divine intertwine of conscious energy, the scatter of matter, creativity, spirituality, and the attractions of gravity. Law and order in an organized, chaotic arrangement, and infinite intelligence originally made it, ordained it. This perfect love is available to anyone who wants to obtain it and sustain it. God's perfect love starts with the spontaneous spark in our heart while still in our mother's womb. It is the same kind of love that's given from Mother Earth to the moon, to the stars, and to the light, permeating through to the endings of space and every kind of life. This perfect love is given to Adam and Eve. I mean, to the atom and evolution. My solution believes this is the right conclusion. The order of operation is divine evolution. The air we breathe is proof. Our complex structuring is proof. And a profusion of other things are proof. I mean, we are its impression through its expression. It's a blessing because its love is concentrated in every direction. Now that's truly universal affection and harmonious connection. I mean, there are hidden dimensions that surpasses our mental comprehension, but are only vaguely mentioned through our perception of intuition. We were born, and since we was made in its spiritual form and image, we are to be witnesses through our experiences until we return back to the deep black abyss. This is supreme love. I mean, who controls the survival mechanism of an infant suckle on its mother's breast without the aid of its own awareness of consciousness? And what about the heart rhythm that beats in our chests? What is this great force and source that can animate flesh? Can any of us make an accurate guess? I mean, this mysterious love is without conditions, forever endless, and the reasons for all existence. So I say that agape is the way, but are we capable of that? Unconditional love to everyone, no matter who is aimed at? I mean, releasing our foolish pride for the sake of humankind, to love in the blind and allow others to live a life without imposing hardship, struggle, and strife. So the big question is, do we have to fight? Do we have to show our might? I know that nature designed the wild to do it, but aren't we of a different kind and type? I mean, can we find some love for those who we think we don't like? Or are we just hopeless, justifiable savages because of our God-given differences without the willingness to have some respectable tolerance and acceptance? What are the answers to these questions? Well, I recommend we live and let live and forgive if we can, because We owe it to ourselves to give a genuine helping hand to our fellow humans. I mean, we need to focus on our similarities instead of our disparities and communicate effectively with a high degree of empathy, because all we need is love and a caring human family. So let's stop the calamity for the sake of humanity. I mean, is anybody with me and my buddy Paul McCartney? So as I finally end this speech in spoken word, I hope that you, the listener, digest everything you heard. I mean, every noun and verb and every adjective, which is a meaningful descriptive and derivative for all the reasons we live. I mean, this was just food for thought, but I had to serve you a huge feast. Because of the great spirit within us, I wish you the same perfect love that allowed me to find my peace.